to add show-stopping texture. A parsnip, you know, one of the cheapest, most humble veggies out there, but it's an amazing sweet flavour and delicious. Let's take 3 for going in the soup and 2 for a little surprise later. I'm just going to take the ends off the parsnip. Now, just to let you know, I spent about 25 years cooking, and the amount of prep, the amount of peeled parsnips I've done in my life is painful. Don't peel them. The flavour is in the skin. It just took me 25 years to work it out. Okay, so I'm going to hack up these parsnips randomly, get them into halves, get them into quarters, you know, little bite-sized chunks. Then get the soup going in a pan on a medium heat with a tablespoon of olive oil and 1 chopped white onion. The flavour you can get from caramelising this is going to be incredible. Deep, savoury, delicious. While that cooks for 20 minutes, getting golden and soft, with our other 2 parsnips, let's make some contrasting crispy texture. And we're going to peel down the length of the parsnip, and we're going to make the most incredible little kind of crouton, right? So this is going to look funky, and it's going to taste crispy and sweet and delicious. Here we've got 1.5 litres of veggie stock. What I'm going to do now is just for 30 seconds, pop this in here, and that tiny bit of cooking is enough to take the rawness out of the parsnips and radically transform the texture. Remove the blanched strips, saving back the stock for later, and grab yourself a couple of oiled non-stick baking trays. Just divide your parsnips, lay it out flat, and it's the easiest thing to do, and the results are brilliant. Completely worth it. A little seasoning from a height, just a little bit. That will balance the sweetness of the parsnip. And in an oven at 180 for about 15-20 minutes. They'll go wafer thin and crisp, and they will be delicious on top of the soup. Now, back in the pan, I want a nice 5cm chunk of ginger, a couple of cloves of garlic, grate them in, add a teaspoon of cumin seeds and garam masala for a fragrant hum of flavour. Now the smell's different level. This is not going to be a boring soup at all. And to thicken it up, I want to use red split lentils. 200 grams goes in, and it cooks really quickly. So it's really handy to have around the kitchen. It's very nutritious, fantastic source of iron, and it really is brilliant to put in soups and stews and bulk things out, and it sucks up flavour. It's wonderful. So it's a brilliant, clever thing to have in your cupboard, but also super cheap. Parsnips cheap, lentils cheap, but this meal is going to taste really expensive. One little secret ingredient that's inspired by our trip is poppadoms. You can buy them in every supermarket, uncooked, right? Just like that. But crack them up, and you can put them into soups and stews. So it's more flavour, more texture. It's a win-win. Pour in the veggie stock, cover and simply simmer for 20 minutes. Then get your roasted parsnip strips on standby. They're really crunchy and sweet. They're going to make the best croutons ever. Over here, you can see how it's thickened up. Look how beautiful those poppadoms are in it. It's like little sheets of beautiful lasagna. Really gorgeous and surprising. Finally, sprinkle in some chopped coriander, season to taste, and dive on in. I want to hit it up with some contrast. So, yogurt, and then a little bit of chili oil, a bit of coriander, and then we're going to take these crisps and just put it on top like that. It's completely eccentric and completely bonkers, but most importantly, it tastes incredible.